Well, welcome to Backstage with Geoffrey Morrissey. I'm your host, Geoffrey Morrissey. I am joined with the band Shame. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time
Thank
today.
you very much for having us.
Jeffrey. Just so we can keep track of all the voices, could you guys introduce yourselves to our listeners?
Hi, my name's Sean.
Hey, I'm Josh.
My name is Steen.
I'm Forbes. And I'm Eddie. Green.
Together they make Shame. Boston Calling, obviously a Boston festival. Do you guys have a favorite band from Boston, out of curiosity?
The Modern Lovers.
Modern Love. That's
Jonathan
a good
Richman.
one.
I mean, that is possibly the most cliche thing I could have.
I don't know. I haven't heard that one yet, though. I got Mission to Burma yesterday, which I was really impressed
man, they've
with.
got some great songs.
Is Boston from Boston?
Surprisingly, yes, they are.
Well, Boston.
Yeah, Boston's a good one. Yeah, you never realize how many bands are from here until you start to go down the list. And do you guys have anyone that y'all are looking forward to seeing today?
To be honest, like we're actually flying to Vegas straight after our show, so I would have loved to have seen Mitski. I really enjoyed her new record, but it's part of the classic band festival experience. You're like, oh, David Byrne's playing later. Can't see him.
Oh, that stinks. Well,
It
hopefully you'll be on a lineup with Mitski again soon, and then we'll be able to sort it there.
Yeah, there's a bunch. Anyone else want to shout out anyone?
Yeah, let's go with Superorganism guys are nice.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Sweet.
Oh, I want to see Lil Nas X. I want to see Old Town Road live.
That's right.
That's my dream.
I wanted to see Princess Nokia, but obviously, I think we've missed her.
I mean, you're kind of listening to her.
Yeah, we're kind of listening to her right now. I know you pronounce it Nokia over here, but that's wrong.
I mean,
Princess
American,
Nokia.
so maybe you're pronouncing it wrong, Steen.
We will have to settle this debate later, but I'm interested to see what the pronunciation is there. But a lot of great acts here, and again, Shame, you guys are playing. It's awesome to have you guys here. Songs of Praise, such a great name for an album, and I was reading that it's sort of about the life that y'all had kind of had before being in a band, and then life after being in a band. So how have you sort of navigated the tension between sort of the everyday, hey, this is sort of what we're doing, and oh shit, we're playing a festival today and we're in front of 3,000 people?
I think especially this year, like, because now obviously, like, we have 100 less shows than we did last year, and I don't know, last year, like, you get very used to, like, obviously there are very extreme highs and very extreme lows, and like I was saying before about, like, you know, if you really want to see, you have this amazing, it's kind of ruined festivals for some of us, I think, in a certain aspect, because you turn up and you have so little time, and you're like, oh, I'd love to see this person, and it's like, nope, back to the hotel, got a flight later. So I think you kind of, I don't know, you just get very used to kind of being on the move constantly, especially when it's like full-blown festival season. But it's good. Like, at the end of the day, I don't think there's anything better than doing this.
It's the life.
It is the
It's the life.
We're sitting on a tennis court in Harvard University right now.
Drink a lot of vitamin water.
Was watching some dudes playing baseball while we were setting up our stage. You know, it's been a good day. There's like a 100-meter track. I might give a go later. You know.
I was just gonna say, you guys tennis fans, or will you be able to make use of these courts at all?
I'm a big tennis fan. Obviously, we all live quite close to Wimbledon. Well, I do especially, and Steen, our singer. So I actually went to the school where like all the ball boys and ball girls. It's like 2 minutes from Wimbledon. So yeah, I went to a couple games, matches.
I have no interest in tennis, so it's good dynamic there.
Thanks for that, Eddie.
So if we're doing a doubles tournament later, we can deal you out.
Yeah, I'll just be the umpire.
I feel like Josh is a bit of a wild card tennis player. I don't know if he's played much.
Ping pong.
I don't know if he's played much tennis in
like
his
the kind of guy
life,
that would
but
be.
I reckon that he'd kill it.
Ping pong, I'm able to generate the power. Tennis, I don't think I could generate the power. But we'll see.
We'll see.
Give us a game later, Jeff. That'd be good.
Eddie very much exposing there that he does not indeed like tennis.
does
It's
not
just like
indeed.
big ping pong.
Well, I got my headline. I can finish now. Well, perfect. And then one of the other things that I love about Songs of Praise, the album cover. It's you guys and 3 pigs, correct?
Yeah.
Walk me through how that actually went in practice and how y'all got the idea for that.
The pigs are a lot less docile than they appear. They're very, very strong. They're like 100% muscle. The noise those things can make is just unbelievable. And like, we had to have bags and bags of carrots just to like calm them down.
What would
They'd just be like,
What would happen is they'd all calm down, and then there was one of them, I think it was the one, I can't remember who's holding it, but one that was really going off, and then that like would set the others off, and it'd be this whole thing, and then my one pooped on my arm. You can't see it in the photo, but there was poop on my arm.
I don't know. We originally wanted like sheep, and then sheep wasn't an option.
Sheep wasn't in the budget.
One big fish
We
that we
wanted-
all held.
we
That
wanted to
never
ride
That would have been
horses.
senseless waste.
We wanted to
didn't have
ride
to be real
horses
fish.
as well. We wanted us all to be on horseback in kind of like a sepia style, like riding towards the camera.
Never gonna happen.
No, and then we like
That
we
was
said
the,
this on a conference call to our record label. We had another one like 2 days later, and they kind of came back like, yeah, we contacted a bunch of places like, have any of you ridden horses before? And we were kind of like, I mean, maybe once, but no. And they were like, yeah, they're not going to let you ride, one, without helmets, and two, without training, and it's going to cost loads of money, and someone's probably going to get injured. So we were like, that's a dream for another day. You know?
Save it for the sophomore album, which we're all
I'm
looking
kind of
forward
thinking
to.
we just hold bigger and bigger animals as the albums go on until, you know, maybe they bring mammoths back and we can do something with that.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I look forward to it. And then, Charlie, one question that I had for you. For whatever reason, I read all the lyrics to this record before I actually sat down and listened to it. And dear God, it reads like a book of poetry. That is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful lyrics.
Thank you very much.
Of course, of course. Have you always been primarily a songwriter? Have you done other creative writing? How did you sort of find songwriting as opposed to other media?
Well, me and Sean, when we were like, we've been best mates since we were 8, and Sean used to play like acoustic guitar from the age of 10 onwards, and I think we'd write songs in the garden. I'd kind of try and rip off Tom Waits and like Traveling Wilburys, which I guess I still kind of do. Yeah. And I think, yeah, I've grown up with my mum showing me Bob Dylan and the Velvet Underground, and my dad showing me like Django Reinhardt and Tony Bennett.
Someone had cool parents.
Yeah, so I've always
Seriously.
liked like the idea of people telling you stories, especially bands like Pulp do that so well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you know, the first song we wrote was One RZA. I guess before that I'd like written ideas down, but yeah, it's the same, you know, everyone kind of learned or developed in their instruments through this band. But yeah, thank you very much for saying that. It's very kind of you to say.
Of course, it's the least I could say. And then the other thing I loved about this album, the sequencing. You guys, I feel like it told a story and it got you from point A to point B in a really cool way. So how did y'all approach sequencing? Was it something you gave a lot of thought to or fall in naturally? Or track listing, yeah.
I remember we were in a van in Paris when we finalized that track listing. I think it was just mainly everyone kind of agreed that we knew we wanted Dust on Trial to be the opener, and we kind of knew Angie had to finish the album.
But other than that, we didn't have that great an idea of how we wanted the album to flow.
But like, we played a lot.
Josh had a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, Josh probably had them, yeah.
We played.
My track list that got used.
Okay, let's give this mic to Forbes. Come on, Forbes. What were your
No,
thoughts?
my thoughts were this seems like it would sound okay with these 10 tracks in this order, I guess.
It was collective.
It was collaborative. I know it was collaborative.
Well, there you go. And then you guys, I know, spend a lot of time together, but do you have a question for each other or a question for me or anything along those lines?
Charlie Steen, why do you always insist on sleeping naked when we share rooms?
Because I like to sleep naked.
Follow-up question. Why would you think I want to see that 100+ times a year?
Because you're only human.
Oh.
Well played, my friend. All right, well, guys,
If anyone wants to hear what Charlie Steen looks like naked, I could give you a very, very detailed explanation.
the after show interview, yeah, like for our WATD at night audience. Well, guys,
18 plus.
18 plus, yeah, checking IDs at the dial, I guess. But guys, thank you so much for the time today. I know you have a lot to do. I'll make this my last question. Who are y'all listening to?
We just toured with a very cool band called Disc, with a Q, from Madison, Wisconsin. Didn't know anything of them before going into that tour, but they opened up every show and put on an amazing show and really, really strong songwriting, so they're definitely ones to look out for.
Yeah.
Band called-
Releasing an album in early 2020.
It's a bit bait now, but like a band called Black Midi from London are about to blow a lot of people's minds with their album.
Yeah, they're wild. Oh, wild.
There we go. We'll be keeping an eye out for that. And if you're not listening to Songs of Praise by Shame, stop what you're doing, do it right now. That band has joined me today. Guys, thank you so much.
Our pleasure. Thank you.